Hello, welcome back to Facebook Live Thursday at Swift Automotive. We want to talk a little bit about the car show coming up. We got some flyers here. August 5th here at the shop, which is Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have a parking lot full of hot rods and all kinds of fun cars. So we definitely want everybody to come out. We're going to have some food and even some ice cream. So it should be a fun day. If it's warm, you'll have ice cream to cool you off. Plus a bunch of cool cars to look at. So I'd love to see you come out. Again, that's August 5th, Sunday between 10 and 2. So just come and find the balloons and come hang out and look at some fun cars. We want to talk about a couple things today. One, making sure you're still dealing with the heat. I know it's hot. It's supposed to be 100 degrees again today. Making sure you're checking things. But we also want to kind of show you and talk about what can happen. A lot of people just park cars because they have extra cars or they just leave them sit. And sometimes that can backfire on you. And we got one that came in. We want to show you and talk a little bit about what that means and what ends up happening or what we may have to do to solve that. So come on out, let's take a peek. First I want to show you this one. This one's kind of a fun one. This is a customer that has an old Jeep and they're wanting to restore it. So we're getting things running right and doing most of the mechanical stuff. She is going to have it painted and put back to life. It's actually in great shape for the year. It's an older 50s. So fun little Jeep there. So again, your projects, whatever you've got, we can take care of it, or standard old, need an oil change, tire repair, maintenance, whatever it is, we can take care of it at Swift Automotive. The one we were talking about when you park them is out here. Let's take a peek. Unfortunately, you can probably tell what's going on. This thing's been sitting for the last couple of years, didn't really get used. When the cars aren't moving, especially during winter, what ends up happening is rodents, mice, rats even, squirrels, you name it, they're gonna go up where they can find a spot where they can keep warm. Get off the ground, get away from the elements. With the hood closed, it's a nice little insulated, this up here is insulation, so it's gonna make that a warm spot. And they start tearing up and finding everything they can find to build a nest. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but what they do is they will eat the wiring. If you look real close here, this has been completely chewed off. All of these. They've completely eaten all this wiring right off the vehicle. They like the coating that goes around the wiring, amazing enough. So they'll eat the coating right off of it. Once they chew through the wire, then that's no good anymore. So here's the problem. One, it's an electronic vehicle. Almost every car is electronic these days. So without all of this wiring to hook everything together, it's not going to work at all. So if it's just a few wires, we see it every now and then. Cars will come in and they'll have just a few wires damaged. Those are pretty simple to repair. When we start talking about how many this may end up being, we may end up having to look for a harness. Get a used one. I mean, it could end up being pretty expensive to repair just because the car got left sitting. So if you do leave your car sitting, or it's gonna leave sitting, you might want to monitor them every now and then, open the hoods, look around. If you start to see any sign that they're starting to build a nest, you want to either get some rodent retardant, something you can put in there to try to help with that. You let it go this far, and we got a lot of work ahead of us. It may exceed the value of the vehicle depending on how old it is, just because harnesses, whole engine harnesses are expensive, and they're a lot of work to put in. Again, we want to talk about the car show. Don't forget, August 5th coming up, a couple weeks. And come out and join us between 10 and 2 on August the 5th. That is Sunday. Look forward to seeing you guys. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live Thursday. We'll talk to you next week.